Have you ever wondered why you may or may not be feeling fulfilled? Like certain things in your life are going really well and you're excited and happy and feeling fulfilled. And then maybe there's other times in your life where you're feeling frustrated or stuck, or I thought this would be it. I thought this was the answer. Like, why are things still not feeling right, feeling fulfilled? And today I'm so excited because we have an amazing special guest who is also my personal coach, Nikki Giuliani. And we are going to be diving deep into why that happens, what makes the difference, and why is it that some people are really successful and happy and fulfilled, but there's other people who are also really successful, but they're not happy, they're not fulfilled, they're not enjoying their life, they're frustrated, they're chasing, they're all the things. So anyway, Nikki, I am so excited you are here. Welcome to Purely Aligned.
Thank you for having me, Melissa. I'm super excited to be a part of this with you and love that you have this. And the title of this is just incredible. And so, yeah, it makes sense to be here. And it's been so fun and an honor to coach you, and excited to talk about, what's that fulfillment? How people get that fulfillment? How do they know it?
Exactly. And if you've been in my world or been listening for a while, you may have a hint of what this is, but we're going to be talking a lot about your values and how that actually plays into it, because we think we know what that means. And, oh, what are your core values? And okay, let me consciously think of what I want them to be. But that's not actually what's driving us beneath the surface. And before we dive into that, I would love to know a little bit more of your story and how you even got into the world of NLP. And I want to share real fast that I met Nikki at that NLP training I talk about all the time that literally changed my life and was the catalyst for where I am today. And after that weekend, which by the way was end of 2019, I think that was your first weekend like assisting training in Vegas. Do you remember?
I was teaching, did I talk, correct?
You taught, but I think it was like your first, like, it was your birthday weekend. I remember all of this.
I started in the end of 2018 was my tryout with the company I was working for with Empowerment Inc. And so, if yours was in the beginning of the year, I was fresh, fresh on the scene.
So I went up to her after the weekend and was like, do you work with people one-on-one? Because I have this call and pull. I was full on real estate. I was in all the real estate coaching organizations, all the things. And I was just drawn to like, I need to work with you. And we did a breakthrough session together. And it started this chain of events that literally changed my life. So I just want to say thank you, because I would not be here today without you, and would love for you to share how in the world did you even get to NLP? Because you were an esthetician before. Like,
I was, crazy story. I was living in San Diego and I was an esthetician, had my own business for about 12, maybe 10 years at that time. I had it for 14 years before I sold it. And what was happening is I got that inner whisper, the little whisper that said, okay, you're complete. You've mastered this. There's something else for you. And I was like, yeah, but what? I didn't know what. And I think sometimes we get caught up when we don't know what or the how, we don't take any action. And this is before I knew anything about values. So that kept happening. And I kept hearing this. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to be really grateful, because everyone outside looking in was like, you should just be grateful for what you have. My God, you created this incredible business. From the outside looking in, it looked great. But what was happening inside is I wasn't feeling that. And so I would gratitude myself out of the pain. I'm just going to be really, which, by the way, I love gratitude. I believe in gratitude. Is it amazing? However, I was using it as spiritual bypassing, because there comes a point where, yes, you can be grateful, but your soul calls to you that it's time to grow. It's time to grow. And sometimes you have to get out of that environment and take that leap of faith and go for it. So I didn't know what. I was scared, but I had the desire to know what that was. Hence led me to NLP. I find NLP and I'm like, gosh, I really like communication, working with people one-on-one in a spa. They would tell me all their problems. And I was like, their problems aren't skin deep, they're deeper. I need to go deeper. I need to go like, what is causing? Because I would listen to people's problems all day. And I was like, I need to learn something about this. Go to NLP, my first training in 2016. And I went, okay, NLP, by the way, Neuro-Linguistic Programming is the language that creates our reality. It creates our results, whether they're the desired results or not. They're where all our behaviors come from. So I thought, wow, I need to learn more about this because I was not getting my desired results. I was stuck. So
Mhm.
I go through the training. I went all the way master practitioner and trainer's training and all the things. And when I was going through in one of the advanced trainings that I was in, I had a download. You know when you get a download? Because I released a ton of baggage, which is a lot of work that we do, right?
Yes.
Letting
A
go
lot.
negative emotions, limiting beliefs, which all are programming in the unconscious mind. A lot of the work that I do is working with the programming in the unconscious mind. So I
Mhm.
had my own breakthrough. I had to work on me first, right? And I got this download. I'm like, I want to be a coach. And I want to be a badass coach, right? I happened to be in the training with a head coach for MAPS for Keller Williams. And I
Yep.
got offered, I mean, talk about being in alignment and
Happens
having,
fast.
and it was fast. You ever had
Mhm.
that before?
Yes.
When you are, we talked about this on your call yesterday. I think this is
Yeah, I was
familiar.
like, you know.
Yeah, yeah, like when you are clear, which is clarity is your superpower. When you are clear and aligned, it's just like things happen fast. It aligns. And I was
Mhm.
like, yep, I want to go down this path. I want to become a coach. I did. I worked for Keller Williams as a transformational coach for a year as I moved and transitioned myself out of my spa. I
Mhm.
hired the right people. I was able to sell it. And then with the company Empowerment Inc., they were like, do you want to teach this? And I'm like, my God. And I'll share this with you. At my very first practitioner training, that very first notebook, it said, what do you want to do? How will you know it? And I said, I want to teach this to other people. I want to
Mhm.
start a business with this. I want to teach. And I was like, oh my God, here I am, year and a half later, and I'm teaching it for the company where I learned it from.
So
So cool. I traveled all over the United States, teaching in front of groups, leading groups, empowerment, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And it was incredible. I mean, so much fulfillment, so much gratitude, working for, I mean, literally we ate, sleep, drank, loved, pooped, personal growth and development, all the things. And we were in this world and it was incredible. And I had it happen again, Melissa. So in
mhm.
November of 2022. I had been working for the company for already over 4 years. I'd been with them for 5 or 6 years just in the teachings.
Mhm.
And I woke up and I was like, you're complete. You're done with this. And I was like, no. You know how you kind of like, no, you're battling with yourself. And then I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm complete with this. And it was interesting because so many people, I decided to leave. I left teaching and training, working for that company. And so many people were like, why?
Yep.
What happened? Like there had to be a story, and there was no story. And I think that's a big thing is that people tend to look for what's bad so I can justify my
Guilty.
decision to leave.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'm gonna talk my talk and walk my walk. I
Mhm.
teach to trust your gut. I treat talking about knowing your values, which is what we're going to talk about, knowing who you are and what's important to you. It makes it easier to say yes to things that are on your path. And I think just as important what to say no to and what to know when you're complete with. Because I don't know about you, the old me would stay way too long in things. That would go in relationships, that would
Yep.
go in career, that would go in a lot of things because I just didn't know how to be complete and I had no idea what my values were. So then I'd be frustrated and blame and why, what's going on. And I would get stuck in a mental, right? Sounding
Yes.
familiar?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's funny because we're talking about this as if like you don't know literally everything about me because we have been working together on and off since 2019.